Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. I'm your host, GGJ, and I want to say a massive shout out to Paladinsworld. Why? This Sunday just gone. 16 slot bracket Paladins tournament, first ever tournament for Paladins, I might add. Great job, and of course the winners were Torpedo, second place was 404, and Fate was something like last. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, massive shout outs to Paladins. Just wanted to go on a couple of sites. So these are sites for like deck builds and stuff. So if you're new to Paladins and you want to get into Paladins and you want to, I want a bit of an edge, here's what the pros use. You can go to Paladinsguru. Great place. Descriptions will all be in the bottom of the video and the description thing. Also, you've got top decks. Now, top decks I use and Paladinsguru. These two are awesome, and I really highly recommend you check them out. Now, a lot of the pros are putting their builds up on there. There's some troll builds up there, so just be careful what you're doing. I put my Eevee build up there, my hit and run assassin Eevee build. You can check that out. That will also be in the description below. So anyway, getting onto it, it turned out that 404 beat Easy and some other team to get to the finals. Torpedo had a pretty easy run as well. One team, and this was a surprise to everybody else, Paragram, the sponsor team, didn't actually show up. Well, they'd show up, but it was late apparently, but I was told differently, but I'm not going to get into that whole drama thing, but whatever. Shout outs to Paragram anyway, they're a bunch of great lads. Hopefully they'll be in next week's tournament. Also, I want to shout out to Fajon. Well done, and of course his admin team. I don't know the rest of them, I only know Fajon, or Fajon. I call him Fusion. I don't know why, but whatever. You know, he did a great job of adminning and kept to his guns, kept his patience. Like, all the players were like, come on, all this bloody 31 teams here, open it up. Kept to his guns, kept to 16. His slot was 8 p.m. Games start, had an hour for check-in. No problem with that. And, you know, that just showed experience and patience for their first one, and I think they've got a great future ahead of them if they continue to do so. Another way they could have went about it was there was 31 teams apparently for EU. Should have just opened up a 32 bracket, given one of the pro teams like 404 or Torpedo a bye, and then everybody played a best of one, and the finals would have been a best of five. I think that'd have been awesome. But hey, that's just my thoughts. But I'm glad they stuck to the guns, and you know, we went for a best of three all the way through. Fate had Easy Gaming in the first round. We actually hadn't heard of them. Apparently, they're quite well known. They were the wild card coming into the tournament. Fate had an early start. We took the first gate in both games. Our early game is one of the best. We're really good at it. We hold our points. We defend. We zone out. We do all the good stuff. Mid to late game is where we're lacking our confidence. Like, I don't know. Maybe we're just old farts. Who knows? But you know, credit to my team for doing the best they could, and you know, hopefully I can improve as well. So anyway, the tournament went on, and it was really good. It was a great tournament. Pity we couldn't like have spectator and stuff like that, but nonetheless, it was something I'm a little confused about. Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging 404. They're a great team. They truly are. They are an amazing team. I know Bugsy and all that, and Fresh and that, great guys. So are the Torpedoes, Foul and all that, and Skimp. But honestly, they're all good. They're all a bunch of lads. 404 first game played really aggressive, managed to pick up the first gate, and everybody was like, okay, this is really good, right? They took the first gate off a Torpedo, and they held the zone. They zoned out, and Torpedo backed off, and it was great. Came to the second siege point. Again, 404 coming in, taking high ground. This was on Enchanted Forest. Was it on Enchanted Forest or Ruins? I can't remember. Probably Ruins. Anyway, no, it was Ruins. And they held it. And Torpedo, even though had some of them, their players had died, they suicided it and managed to back them up because the other guys were still defending from the other guys, pushing the point. And they managed to take the point, and after that, it sort of snowballed. And I don't mean that in like, oh my god, Torpedo just rushed him, got him, and beat him completely. It just felt like 404, and this is the same for every game, by the way, for the 3 games. It just felt that 404 just played too defensively, and in my eyes, as a caster, I was a little annoyed and irritated by that. Hell, I can't really judge. I wasn't going to judge, but I'm a caster. I'm not going to be as good as these guys, but I don't know. It felt like they just played too defensively, and they didn't take a page out of Torpedo's book. Even though you'd already lost it, you need to remember, like, when you suicide in, if you win it and you've pushed it on, even if you don't win it and you still can defend, your cards will be on cooldown regardless. So even if you're going to continue to play defensive throughout the entire game, how are you going to win? You have to go on the offensive. And there's something that really bugged me as well. Once they defended, they didn't push the advantage and try and get picks. But in the first game they did. But like the second and the third game they did not. They just waited for the cards to come up, and it was really silly. And everybody was like, "What the hell's going on? Why are they doing that?" And it just snowballed. In the second game they didn't even get a gate. Third game didn't even get a siege. I don't think they even got a siege. And of course, Torpedo in good fashion beat them 3-0. However, Torpedo are getting a little too complacent. They're not unbeatable. And I think if anybody's going to do it, it'll be 404 Bugsy and the boys. I think Fresh plays one of the best pips I've ever seen. If you ask me, I'd probably say he's not very good. But I think Fresh right now on pip, his zoning ability, he uses adhesive in the correct way. He's just an annoyance on pip, and it's really, I love playing against him when he's on the opponent in matchmaking. Like, it really is fun. Not when you're scrimming him. That's not fun. That's really not fun. Torpedo, sadly, Fate haven't actually scrimmed them. We messed up the times or something, or they did, or whatever, and we didn't get a chance to scrim them. Fate beat Paragrim 1-0 in a scrim, but I thought for some reason nobody did anything. I thought we were going to have a couple of matches, but we didn't. Sadly, we didn't. We've only had one. Yeah, we beat Paragrim, they've beat us. So it's all thing. Scrims don't mean anything. It's practice, isn't it? But what I'm hoping for next tournament, hopefully it's going to be next week. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to get a tournament next Sunday or what. I don't. Maybe if you're a member of the Paladinsworld, you could let us know in the comment section below. That'd be appreciated. I'm hoping that Paragram do sign them. I want to see how far they can get. I think Paragram, everybody's saying now Paragram are nothing. They're not going to do anything. I don't. I have played these guys. I know how aggressive they can be. However, this week, even if they went in the tournament, they wouldn't have got far. And I don't mean no disrespect to Durgis or the boys, but they haven't been on. Whereas 404, Fate, and all of us, we're on every single day, 8 to 9 hours practicing. They weren't. Now, maybe a reason for that is because obviously Smite Worlds is coming up. I know for a fact that I've never missed a tournament for Smite. I've watched them all, every single one since release. I've watched every single challenges. I've watched every single SPL, and I've watched all the worlds, and of course all the main tournaments and stuff. So I will not miss the World Championship 2016. I'm hoping Epsilon pull out a win here. I truly do. I'd love to see Epsilon take this. They're looking strong. They're looking very, Paragon, however, are looking great for the Worlds. They've already brought themselves into the round of 16. Quarterfinals, I believe. Yeah, because quarterfinals. Fnatic, I'm not 100% sure. They haven't looked that dominated like they did before, but we'll see. But anyway, moving back onto Paladins. Top teams at present that have, a sort of nit to them and people know them. Obviously, Torpedo. They're very strong. Still unbeaten in anything. I don't even know if anybody's beat them yet. 404, second the best. Probably the only challenges if they get a little bit more aggressive to Torpedo. You've got others like Loopers. They did amazing, by the way. They made semi-finals. Easy Gaming as well. Shout out to them. They beat us. However, first game between us was really close. I'm very happy about that. But we got a little bit deflated, myself included. I was a little bit angry that we lost to them and I do apologise for that. But I was a bit pissed that we lost the first game. We ended up losing 2-0 to Easy Gaming. Fate, of course, we're well known. We're not like top tier, but we're still there. We're still in for a chance to do something. Who else? Oh yeah, Paragram. I haven't really spoke about them, but Paragram. again, if they put more practice in, and I mean, if we're beating them, you know, they're not going to be 4-4. They're definitely not going to be Torpedo. But I don't know. I'm hoping that the scene continues. I mean, 31 teams in the first tournament. That's brilliant news for the esports scene for Paladins. NA, I didn't actually see much. I obviously there was nobody streaming from the NA. I may be wrong, but obviously we were all on Bugsy's stream. There was like 160 viewers at one point. Average was 120 to 130. So well done to Bugsy. A channel to hear his stream and Twitter will be in the description below. So shout out to him. And I don't actually know if any of the Torpedo Boys stream. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, next week, hopefully, there will be more tournaments, another tournament. I'm hoping, like I said, we don't know yet. I'm going to have to jump on Discord and see if I can find some information out or message Thasion. At present, I just want to actually go on and look. I'm just going to bring that up right now. Paladinsworld. Paladinsworld. Here we go. So I'll just give a rundown of the top 10 as it stands. What's going on? eSports Europe. Come on. Right, as it stands, Torpedo Gaming first, 4-4 Gaming second, Easy Gaming, who knocked us out, is in third. Loopers, fourth. You've got Mortrix, Arcane Esports, Lemurt are the French team. They're apparently a really good team. Disco Prism, Reapers, WL Gaming, Fate, and so forth and so on. So Torpedo 100% win ratio, 75% for E404, 67% both for Easy and Loopers. So obviously third and fourth position can knock Loopers off as it comes. Torpedo took 0 losses in that game, in this tournament. 4-4 took 1 loss. I think the losses are wrong though. I think that this is done on series rather than games. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, points stand at Torpedo 10, 4-4 6, Easy 3, Loopers 3, Mortrix, Arcane Mort, and that down to 2. Reapers, WL Gaming, and Fate at 1 point. So we're 11th at the minute, I do believe. It doesn't show. Yeah, but we shall see. So looking at the bracket for, I'm just looking at it now. Lucan's Akram versus Mortrix. Mortrix beat them. Then they went on to 4-4. 4-4 beat Accelerated, then they beat Mortrix. Then 4-4 took on Easy, which by the way was one of the best games to watch. Apparently Easy put on a great performance against them, so shout out to them. However, taking the series 2-0 was Easy, no, 4-4. And then of course Torpedo on their end of things went from, what was it, Torpedo went against 5 Angry Men, which by the way is great to see them coming into Paladins. Shout out to them, 5 Angry Men. They beat them 2-0. Then they went on to the French team Lemute, and Lemute lost 2-0 to them. Torpedo versus the Inner Loopers, or Loopers, which you know what, I want to give a shout out to Loopers because they made it all the way to the semis, and that is a great performance by them, and massive shout out to them. We've scrimmed them a couple of times. We've beat them, by the way. Quite happy with that. So Torpedo versus Inner Loopers went one-sided to Torpedo, and of course we watched the grand finale, 4-4 versus Torpedo, and the winner was Torpedo, picking up this week's championship 10 points. So anyway guys, that is all for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or any thoughts on the tournaments, please leave a comment below. It is appreciated. And if you like this video, please do like it and subscribe to my channel. It does help me grow immensely, and I do appreciate it. Thank you ever so much. I will see you next time.